Well, hello, my fabulous math group. I am so excited to be here today with you to help enhance our knowledge about division and to move on to the next steps, which is division with remainders. Now, I know you might be sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, Miss Bonser, what's a remainder? But don't worry, we'll get there and we'll get through it together. So I've created this short little video to help us out a little bit. So let's move on and get started. As we look at this next slide here, we see a bunch of basic division facts. You have all been doing such a great job with our basic division facts, and I'm so proud of you. So as we move on to the next step, it's really important that we still remember these. So let's look at this problem that we have here on this next slide. 11 divided by 5 is what? Well, let's look at our multiplication chart that we have here. Let's start at 5. We're going to move over until we see 11. Oh no, I don't really see 11, which is what we've been doing in class, just using our multiplication table to then move over and then find what it's divisible by. So how are we going to solve this problem? We have not encountered this type of problem before. Well, group, that's what I'm here to help you out with today. Here on the next slide, we're going to see the problem again, which is 11 divided by 5. This is just one strategy that I'm going to teach you of how to help you solve the problem. So we have 11 stars laid out here, and I need 5 in each group because I am dividing by 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 5 in a group. So what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, circle, that will be my first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, circle, and that will be my last group. So looking at what I circled here after putting them into groups of 5 in a group, I have 2 groups with 1 left over. So 11 divided by 5 would be 2, because I could make 2 equal groups of 5, and then I have 1 that's left over. The one that is left over, I then call my remainder. Here on the next slide, we see the same problem again. This is another strategy that I'm going to teach you. And here we're going to be able to use our multiplication chart. So we see again the problem 11 divided by 5. Let's start with 5 on our multiplication chart like we have done in the past. So we'll start at 5 and we'll go over until we get close to 11, but we can't go over. So what I'm saying here is as we go over to 5, we see 5, 10, and then we see 15. 15's too far because we went over. So we have to go back to 10. So let's look, 5 over to 10. So 5 is divisible by 2. So then what we're going to do is write 2 on top of our division house. Then we're going to multiply 5 times 2, which is 10. We'll then write that 10 under the 11. Then our last step is to subtract. This will then give us our remainder. So we'll have 11 minus 10 is 1. So then our remainder will be 1. So 11 divided by 5 will be 2 remainder 1. So we got the same answer as before, just a different strategy. Alrighty, let's try a brand new problem together. We have here 26 divided by 4. Well, our first step is to really think, how many times can 4 go into 26 without going higher than 26? Let's try and just think for a second without using the multiplication table. How many times is 4 going to evenly go into 26 without going over? You can also be thinking, remember, multiplication is the opposite of division. So 4 times what is going to give us an answer very close to 26. Alrighty, if you're still a little bit stumped, this is when we can go to our multiplication table to help us out. So we'll start at 4, go all the way over until we get close to 26 without going over. So I see here we're close to 26 but not over at 24. So then 4 goes into 26 about 6 times without going over. So we'll put our 6 on top of the 26 there. Then remember our second step here is to multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. We'll put that under the 26. Then we subtract. 26 minus 24 is going to be 2 because 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 2 is nothing. So our answer is going to be 6 remainder 2. Here it's going to be a little bit difficult to draw letter stars because it's a bigger problem, but if that is beneficial to you and helps you, you can still use that strategy. But as we continue working through these types of problems in class, we're going to try and really think first and then try and using our multiplication table if we need a little bit of help. Alrighty, well, I'm really proud of you. Thank you for sitting here and listening as we go through the video. The next step is that we're going to go to iTunes U on our iPad and we're going to try some of our own problems on our own. Remember, if you need help, using that quiet raised hand. Alrighty, I'll see you in class, crew.